It's impossible to fit the fashion of the 2000s into a single box. It was a chaotic yet fun mashup of trends and subcultures shaped by technology, celebrity culture, media, and shifting identities. The mixing and matching of the era gave birth to a multitude of new styles that remain iconic and unforgettable. As celebrities, reality TV, and music videos shaped what people wore, fast fashion made it easier and cheaper than ever to copy the looks, forever changing consumer culture. With the rise of fast fashion, style became more accessible, but also more disposable. Production became more rapid, and stores now offered more variety than ever before, contributing to vicious trend cycles and overconsumption. Although considered revolutionary for making trends affordable, fast fashion sparked lasting criticism for its decline in quality, environmental consequences, and unethical labor practices. One of the earliest styles to define the decade was the Y2K aesthetic. Reflecting the growing influence of technology, the Y2K look was characterized by futuristic elements such as synthetic shiny materials, metallics, and monochromes. Contrasting the over-the-top aesthetics that were to follow in the era, Y2K was sleek and minimalistic. Functionality and comfort took precedence over glamour, popularizing athleisure, track jackets, and sneakers as fashion statements. The look took inspiration from tech, sci-fi films like The Matrix, music videos, and pop culture. Following Y2K was arguably the most iconic aesthetic of the decade, McBling. While McBling is often mistaken for Y2K, many key differences set them apart. As McBling gained popularity, the sleek minimalism and shine of Y2K was replaced by sparkly excess and velour. Influenced by reality TV, red carpet fashion, paparazzi photos, and celebrity blogs, McBling emphasized luxury and hyperfemininity while appearing effortless. Celebrities were under constant surveillance, photographed doing everyday things in bold, flashy outfits. Each of their looks were plastered across tabloids and quickly emulated by fans, as fast fashion rapidly flooded stores with the latest trends, like juicy couture tracksuits, low-rise jeans, bedazzled accessories, trucker hats, and logo purses, all staples worn by Paris Hilton, Britney Spears, and Nicole Richie. While these celebrities became the faces of the look, they weren't the ones who invented it. The roots of McBling can be traced to the 90s and hip-hop fashion. Female rappers like Missy Elliott, Lil' Kim, and Foxy Brown embodied many characteristics of McBling through diamond-encrusted jewelry, chunky gold chains, large hoops, nameplate necklaces, long acrylic nails, oversized sunglasses, tracksuits, and designer logos. One brand that captured and commercialized this glam hip-hop aesthetic and brought it into the mainstream was Baby Phat. Founded in 1999 by Kimora Lee Simmons, Baby Phat fused streetwear and luxury to create never-before-seen styles that celebrated cultural identity and resonated with women. Simmons said she was motivated to create the brand because women, especially women of color, had no voice in the streetwear industry. It's in our DNA. This brand is created for women, by women. Baby Phat is responsible for popularizing many trends associated with McBling, including rhinestone velour tracksuits, mini baby doll t-shirts, and cropped fur-lined puffer jackets. As McBling dominated fashion, women's clothing became bolder, flashier, and showed more skin, highlighting self-expression and rebellion against conservative ideals of modesty. McBling would go on to influence a number of tween aesthetics, one of them being the beach girl aesthetic, the nostalgic, summer-defining emblem of 2000s girlhood we recognize today. This aesthetic is also known as tropical core, Key West kitten, and Malibu Barbie. The beach girl aesthetic borrowed from McBling's liberating silhouettes to create a fun, carefree, and youthful look. It channeled beachy, girly summer vibes and centered around surf-inspired fashion and vacation wear. The aesthetic stems from the early 2000s surf crush trend, tween culture, and mall culture. It was also inspired by films and shows such as Aquamarine, Blue Crush, and H2O Just Add Water. Early 2000s Rihanna also became associated with the aesthetic as she blended pop with her Caribbean roots. Participants of the aesthetic shopped from brands like Roxy, Billabong, Delia's, and Claire's. While the beach girl aesthetic was lighthearted and fun-loving, it also reflected the 2000s tendency to commercialize culture without acknowledging or respecting its origins. The trend was heavily tourism-driven and appropriated native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander cultures, which is apparent in many of its elements. Visually, beach girl style was defined by hibiscus flowers, halter tops, crochet bikini sets, low-rise board shorts, platform flip-flops, floral skirts, and anything in a tropical print. Hair was beach wavy, often styled with butterfly clips or bandanas, and accessories included puka shell necklaces, beaded anklets, and playful sunglasses in heart or flower shapes. While McBling took center stage, contrasting aesthetics emerged, reflecting a cultural desire for individuality. Differing from McBling's tight crop tops and low-rise jeans with whale tails, Boho Chic was characterized by loose, layered silhouettes. Popularized by style icons like Mary-Kate Olsen, Sienna Miller, and later Nicole Richie, Boho Chic emerged in the mid-2000s and blended peasant tops, maxi skirts, oversized belts, fringe, and layers of accessories to create a laid-back music festival look. Other elements included cowboy boots, suede bags, patterned scarves, lace, feathers, and headbands. The aesthetic drew inspiration from 1960s and 70s counterculture, but filtered it through the lens of celebrity street style. It was often framed as more authentic or effortless, but in reality, it was still highly curated. As the look entered the mainstream, it lost its effortless appeal. Boho Chic significantly declined in popularity once Sienna Miller deviated from the look. Early Tumblr mood boards, thrift store finds, DIY fashion, and music festival culture played a big role in keeping the aesthetic alive into the next decade. As other aesthetics of the 2000s drew from trends, mainstream media, and celebrity culture, emos, scenes, and pop punks set themselves apart. Influenced by MySpace, internet culture, and music, they rejected conformity and social norms and embraced the weird and unconventional. Their unique self-expression led to a diverse mix of styles, with many individuals blending elements from different subcultures rather than sticking to just one. Emo fashion included skinny jeans, band tees, dark colors, Converse, black eyeliner, and side bangs. Scene evolved from emo but was flashier and more colorful. It was characterized by neon hair, animal prints, tutus, and striped tights. The pop-punk look was a blend of skater and emo. Elements of the style included plaid, studded belts, wristbands, and skate shoes. Eyeliner and dyed hair were also common, but less dramatic than emo styles. Popular bands within these subcultures included My Chemical Romance, Paramore, Fall Out Boy, and Taking Back Sunday. While 2000s fashion remains memorable and influential, it was also deeply exclusive. The mainstream fashion and media spaces of the decade were overwhelmingly white, thin, able-bodied, and heteronormative. Today, Gen Z is unapologetically wearing 2000s styles with pride and free from exclusionary ideals. With the return of many of these trends, the era is being reclaimed and reimagined as something more freely expressive, inclusive, and powerful.